All right, here we are. McKenzie Trail, round 2. So you can see it there. There's the good stuff. This time we're gonna try to do the whole thing. I think I have enough daylight and I got my bike lamp on, so we should be able to knock it out. So here we go. Got some good music going too, so this should be pretty good. Oh, you know what I forgot? There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. We got the gloves that have the dust on them because I wiped out the last time. All right. This time we're not going to go as fast, or at least kind of got an idea of where stuff is at. So we shall give that a shot and get this started here. Outdoor cycle start. Looks good. Now we'll actually get some actual mileage of how long this thing actually is. All right, this time I got my tires pressured down to 30 psi instead of like 37, I think it was what I had the last time. So, and there's no one here, so if you can take a look, there's no one here. The last time there was someone here, so kind of like that. All right, here we go. You know, the last time I got stuck on just that little entrance, like the short little just opening, that was probably a sign of like how the ride was gonna go. So this time I made it through. Bucky brought up a really good point, like looking at the video the last time, going, you know, if there's like a snake or something on the side of the trail, he's like, it's really good striking distance of you, right? And it's like, yeah, it is. And so at that point, it's kind of one of those things of like, all right, that's a new fear. That's another thing to look out for. So look out for the cows, look out for the deer, and look out for snakes. So, and then just a heads up for y'all, I didn't tie my shoes, so if something happens, my shoe will probably fly off again. .30 psi seems pretty good. Feels like I'm making pretty good contact with the ground. I've already seen this one. I'm going for the longer one. And that is pretty good so far. I think with everyone sick at work, I feel like I have a little bit of something too. So hopefully it's not maybe this ride will get it out of me. So, I think as everyone saw in the video, the last one, this trail's really narrow. I didn't realize it too until I was talking about it with everyone. It's a pretty narrow trail. Gotta be pretty precise, which makes it fun. And the last time, I was not precise. Ugh. Too slow right there. We got to shift. All right. Come on. There we go. This is like a challenge for someone that doesn't know his right and left right offhand, so just a heads up for y'all. Got a nice little climb. Mostly going on the Racatillo. Already going off to the side a little bit there, so we were talking about tubeless setups and everything at work, and so kind of asked the question of like, what does a tubeless get you? So talking to Dan and Bucky, sounds like it's a like weight savings, and you can go like lower PSIs, so it's just pretty cool. Just like a vehicle with beaded wheels. So, and then Bucky and I were talking and kind of going, you know, as a kid, the place that I grew up sounds pretty similar to Bucky's, where we always like swapped out tubes because there was always thorns and everything on the any paths and stuff, so just kind of got used to swapping those out and everything. So for now I'll be sticking with tubes just because it can be swapped out, and I think at this point I'm probably more of a cross-country style rider, since I usually put all the stuff in my pack as far as like extra tubes and everything, kind of going like for longer distance and such. So I felt the buggy hit my forehead. Whee! Across the wash. I'd be really curious to ride one of y'all's bike if you have like a, you know, like a 1x10 setup or something, just to see how that feels. I hear it's pretty good, just compared to like a 3x whatever this is. So that'd be cool to experience. Ooh, torque. I think this is probably where I might have gone down. Yeah, that looks familiar. Right there. That's where I went down the last time. I feel like I'm pedaling perfect to hit like the little hills and everything on this thing. So just had to sink a little bit with this trail. goes up. Play it safe. Ooh, all the way down. I don't know about y'all, but I'm like the type of person that always has water with them, just because during a ride or like even a run, I'll always be taking sips from the water. So I can't do it where others like take a water bottle and just have it every once in a while. I always get thirsty for water. Water. The VO2 max based on the runs was better than the last time I've been here, so here we go. Oxygen recovery. Hill climb. I like how the road's just right there. That was some work right there. I have Everclear going in my headphones right now. It's on the song Amphetamine. So good. You know, I think I'm making better time this time around. As long as I don't fall down. I think the last time this is where there were deer. You know what the funny part is? It wasn't until I was watching the video that I saw there's actually deer on the pathway compared to when I'd seen them. They were off to the side. So I didn't even notice that until the video review. So that was cool. Smoother this time. Let's see. Hope you're gonna get out soon. I really hope you're gonna get out soon. I really hope you're gonna get out soon. You're gonna get out soon. Job. Yeah. So I think by the time I hit the other trail, or where it splits off, going back to the parking lot. I think I'm gonna check battery life then, because these little endurance batteries seem like they're doing really good. So I shall wait till then. And almost halfway through. It says much too. Hope you're gonna get out soon. Maybe it was just the experience from the last time. Maybe I'm a bit more focused right now. So that's good. And up the hill. Look at that. I'm almost to my second crash site. You know what would have been funny? If I wiped out and then I like literally lost my shoe and I couldn't find it. That would have been a fun ride back with the pins of the pedals. It would have been painful and very new. Oh, a little off trail. Not bad though. I'm sure with the wipeouts the last time that slowed me down a little bit. So this time around, I feel like I'm going pretty good. Pretty good. No jinx. No jinx. There's the wipeout. Bam! Where's my shoe? Actually, maybe that wasn't it. Maybe it was up here. Yeah, I think it was up here. Yeah, that looks about right there. I see that rock, the rock that tripped me up. Woo. A little bit of air, not a lot. Ah, a little speed run is what I missed out on crashing. That was nice. Up and down, aerodynamics. Go faster, go faster. Woo! Maybe that was it right there. I kind of slid the bike again. Look at that, just something about the way I ride and wanting to slip out right there again. Oh yeah, here's the creepy part right near the edge. You know, I gotta repost when I went on the little hike in Durango and went on the Colorado Trail. There was one image that I put on Instagram, and it was a photo of like near the edge of one of the trails. And because I took the photo, I think I had like maybe portrait and it switched over to landscapes. It like cut that picture off, but that was supposed to be a picture of like where I almost went off the edge with the bike. So I remember I went riding with Jason and Jessica from RDF, and we rode up the trail and probably got like 4 miles up on bikes and then started riding back down. And I remember going pretty quick, and that was the part, like came around the corner and all of a sudden there was a drop right there, and I actually went right near the edge. I think I felt my back tire slip a little bit. And I just remember looking down going, I wouldn't have caught myself until probably like a solid 30 feet down. And so I just always remember that. So when I went hiking there and I saw that, I was like, oh yeah. Ooh, almost got a cramp in my calf right there. So I'm gonna repost that picture, and then just a solo one, throw a little arrow on it and go, this is where Alex almost died. So I probably have like a lot of those. I got one in Shiprock where coming down the front of the rock and probably going like, I don't know, 22 miles an hour, and then hit like a little soft dirt patch, slid out, hit my went down on my shoulder, and I don't know if I blacked out. I hit the ground, hit my shoulder, kind of I don't know if I should say came to, but felt like I got up right away, and then my shoulder was hurting so bad, couldn't even move it, my right shoulder. So had to ride back like another maybe 6 miles on like with a bum shoulder, just kind of cradling it up like an invisible sling, just holding it there. That was crazy. I don't think I knew anyone at the time too. Those are like the single days, so I don't really have like people to call. So made it back, had the fun of loading up the truck into the back of the truck bed. Yeah, good times. So I never went back for that one because that's a long ride. So because I had to go like park beside the road and then like right out there, and it's a long ride. So I feel like I'm making pretty good time. Hopefully no one's watching this video and going, hey, I'm watching this for the crashes, and what's going on? Why aren't you crashing? So hopefully that's not why you're watching it. Hopefully you're watching it for the trail and the funness and the commentary of this dude. Ooh, someone went off the edge right there. Oh, hit my pedal and it shot a cramp into my calf. Nice. Oh, bananas. Oh God. Oh, all right. Maybe pedal position. All right, let's give this a try. Maybe lack of electrolytes. I didn't drink as much water as I probably should have. Under the Ocotillo. When I get to a nice spot, I'll check the mileage. Sorry. I'll check it at the split. So far, the lower pressure in the tires looks like it's helping quite a bit. I think at this point I could have probably even gone like maybe 25 PSI, because there's still a little bit of bounce. But not as bad as the last one. The last one, that was something I didn't note in the video, but it seemed like there was a lot more bounce as I was riding. And so any little mistake and all of a sudden it was like kind of bouncy in that way and hard to get control back. So at 185 pounds check-in this morning, I would say 25 PSI is probably pretty good. I think I'll try that the next time, but just kind of heads up, you can do your own conversion for your weight and stuff. But so far this ride's better, smoother, not as unpredictable. It's rocky. Akatio got my shoulder. School by ourselves, to all the ants and worms. I can tip and now it's time to learn. We cleaned up and now it's time to learn. Guess the song I'm singing. Burn the spell, nouns and books and show and tell. Me giving me a big ball, the ball. Teacher marks are hide against the wall. Teacher marks are hide against the wall. Woo! You don't notice any time pass. I'm sure this thing is really bad. I got it like through my headphones so I can't hear myself. So, sucks for you guys. So funny. But she likes the way you sing. Tonight I'm laying, well I'm in bed, when silly thoughts go my head about the bugs and alphabet. We'll walk together again until that we are gonna be friends. Alright. Oh, I changed gears at the wrong time. Oh. Oh, I didn't stop. I didn't stop. That one snuck up on me. Holy crap. Oh crap, look at that. Dude. Bucky, that's what you were talking about right there. Oh God. Flipping snake on the trail. I rode right beside him, probably like 2 inches, 3 inches beside him. Oh my God, he's looking at me. Oh. All right. You know what? If I run out of daylight, I'm not riding the extra bit of it. Oh God. Oh, hate snakes. Oh. If you saw my hand, I was probably shaky as I was pointing at it. Come on, guy, why on the trail? His head looked like it was pointed looking down the trail and not like what was coming, so I think that helped me. If he was looking at me coming up on him, he probably would have done something. Oh geez. All right, maybe I'll slow down a little bit. Just in case no one knows, I hate snakes. I think that's the one thing that just creeps me out. Their pattern, their scales, it's just something creepy about them. So, oh. Jeez. Trail riding was fun. Up until that moment, I'm not crying, I'm sniffling. Jeez. So, up on this little climb. Four miles, 4.66 is what I'm at. Water, water. Man, when it's a ride fast, now I'm like freaked out. Try to be vigilant. Anyone that rode this thing, did you guys ever run into anything like that, or am I just the lucky one? Jeez. You know what, maybe I will just do the this one loop and then go fly the drone. But the drone's camera is nice in the daytime. Nighttime, no, it's not great. I think it's like a little the ISO settings aren't the greatest on it, so especially with like a sunset. When you point it at the sunset, it'll just like black out the image. So that's a good thing to keep in mind if you're out here. As much as you want to go fast, like, keep a lookout. As I say that, I'm going quicker again, and I'm like, trying to keep my brain working quick to recognize stuff on the trail. Even that one, when I came up on it, something looked funny about it. With the pattern, it was like a concentric pattern compared to the trail doesn't have that. And it looked weird, and back of my head, I'm like, that's a snake. Full consciousness was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. All right, when I get to where the trail splits off, I'm going to take a look at the battery life. I know I'm doing better than last time, faster at least. The last time I was like laying on the ground, sitting on the ground. This trail is so good, and you want to ride fast, but at the same time, like this river rock and how intense it is, it's just like, you know, you shouldn't. But those experts, man, those guys will totally fly across the thing. I can't do that. I would say I'm more of a cross-country rider. Hey, moo cow! Hey! Fancy shot! Oh, woo! I blame you. You distracted me. Looking majestic in the sunset. That's you. All right. I looks like the bulls were gonna be like, dude, get out of here. Don't chase me. Don't chase me. Sure. We be good. Does that count as almost hitting a cow? I would say no, since I was able to stop in time. Oh, sad. I don't get to ride the full thing. The split is right over there, so I'm looking at it now and going, yeah, I don't have enough daylight for the full ride. You know, I'm glad I record. Oh yeah. You know what? Let's check. All right, let's see. 5 miles, 55 minutes, 34 minutes. Let's check out the battery life on this guy. I gotta pause it. 53%. I'll take it. I can do that for like the last half a mile, I think. Oh, sad face. I didn't get to ride the whole thing. That's my bad. Stupid work. I stayed on trying to work on stuff and looked at the clock, and next thing you know, it was 3:55. I told everyone I try to get out here at 4 so I can ride the whole thing. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, so back to what I was saying. Anyone that rides or goes out like this or hikes and stuff like that, do you run into stuff like this, or is it just me? Last time it was deer. There was a cow at when I was leaving, and I almost hit him. But that was with the vehicle. I didn't. This time around, with the coiled up snake in the path, like glamorous cows, just in the sunset. That's awesome. All right, I think I'm good. Good for like my encounters with wildlife for the rest of this ride, please. So please. Oh yeah, such a good trail. Like this part, smooth, rolling. This really reminds me of Farmington, the way the trail rides, and just the feel of it. All right, so originally the plan, if I got out here sooner, was going to go this way. Is it Da Testi loop? All right, so here it is. So I did that one, which was 5.3 miles. I'm right there. It looks like that was going to be another 3.4. So that would have put it like at 8.7 plus all these little parts right here. I think takes it up pretty close to like 9. So because right now I'm at 5.8 and it says 5.3. So oh, daylight. I do that, but it's really me. I started off late. Oh wow, good excuse to come out again. Maybe someone want to ride with me. All those little roots and stuff are freaking me out now because I'm like, is that a snake? Oh yeah. Up around. Ooh, I like that. Oh, Farmington like. That's good. That's good. Love that. I think that's where full suspension is probably pays off. Just absorb those bumps. Arms aren't going to be sore because the suspension is taking all the brunt of it. I'm kind of excited to have a ride where I don't run into anything funky. That'd be awesome. No one coming. Looks good. Should have been coming from that side. Should have been coming from that side. Oh wow. Guess I gotta come out again. Oh, good stuff. The one thing I noticed is like I came around quick the last time, and I noticed right here it kind of gets a little like a powdery sand right there, like that. So definitely slow it down when you get to these parts, because you can easily slip out. That's how I jacked up my shoulder that one time. Didn't break anything, just hurt myself. It's a fun ride. You know what? I think right there, the lower PSI tires work out perfect, because I felt like the last time riding in the sand like that, it was kind of like wanting to slip a little because it was so pumped up. So next time I'm running 25 PSI. That should be a lot better, because this feels pretty good. It feels pretty planted. Rest every ounce of your bright blood and off the heads from the blood. You're not obliged to swallow anything you despise. Right there. Scary. The panting virgins of your life. Oh. My bad. Look at that. No crashes. No crashes. So proud of myself. I'll take that. That was fine. All right, check this out. Boom. 6.57 miles riding that Lawson loop. So 41 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. So the other part was 3.3. So 5.7 or 6. I just totally blanked and forgot what it was, but yeah, it's another 9 miles right there. So woo, close my rings and put this guy here. Yeah, so for those that tuned in to see a wipeout, not this time. Not this time. So it's so good. It really is though. Got to get out here earlier to hit the other part of it, but at the same time it's a good excuse to come out. And I really like it because there isn't anyone here, especially on a Thursday. The awesome sunset too, so I don't mind this. This is really cool. All right, well, that was fun. I'll get this uploaded. Still eventful, just not with crashes, just with wildlife. So yeah, good stuff. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Next time I'll record this one, so round 3 will be the full ride, and I'll make sure to get out here earlier so I can do the full. Probably at this point it's probably gonna be like 9, maybe even close to 10 miles, which I don't mind. I still have like plenty of leg to go for all that. So alrighty, y'all, you'll probably see that one I don't know, maybe another 2 weeks I'll go for it. So all right, bye.